I love it when Hollywood millionaires sing, dance, hit, and yell at each other for me. Everybody is really happy with how it went down. Yeah, me too. I don't understand the people who feel so deeply for these guys. They couldn't care less about us. Why can't I enjoy their drama? Honestly, do most people know she has alopecia though? I didn't until this fiasco. It seems most of my colleagues didn't either. Right. I assume she shaved her head. I just can't help but think, what if Ricky Gervais said it? On the Ricky Gervais sub earlier, it had what his possible response would be, which is, that was painful, but fortunately it wasn't as painful as watching Will's new movie. I honestly thought it was supposed to be a lighthearted compliment because G.I. Jane is a badass lol. But I guess not. I loved Chris' response. It was a G.I. Jane joke. I wonder if it was Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, telling the joke, if Smith would have reacted the same way. Size does matter. No one would be angry because The Rock is also bald. I guess they should print a memo or something saying, you might get roasted, but it's all good. It's understandable if Will was upset over it, but getting physical was crossing the line. Like sitting in the first few rows at SeaWorld. You may get wet in these seats. Their marriage is open to everything except jokes apparently. For real. They went on TV to talk about her infidelity, and how she is healing from it. They've made sure to put a spotlight on their personal lives, and it's only benefited their careers. Just as an FYI, less inappropriate than Frankie Boyle, doesn't really mean much. Katie Price married a cagefighter to stop her son from fucking her. Frankie Boyle. If his wife doesn't like jokes about alopecia, then that's hair loss. Dad laughed, grunted. This is a good joke. Is this, too afraid to ask, or just a general venting sub lol? No part of his post was too afraid of anything. Op came in swinging with an opinion already solidified lol. Where have you been? If anything, the whole consensus have been the opposite. People praising Chris and hating Will. I'm yet to see a single post or comment that attacks Chris. Probably Twitter. A lame joke that didn't deserve that type of response. Chris Rock handled it like a champ. I have alopecia and it's ruined my life, yet a comedian making a joke about it, doing his job, doesn't upset me to the point of violence. As someone who also has alopecia, I'm offended they got so offended. It's totally crazy how Chris Rock reacted. It would have been completely impossible for almost everybody else to react so flawless and emotionless after being slapped in the face pretty hard and then yelled at by obviously really upset guy, who is one of the big dogs, actor-wise, that evening. Crazy respect for my man Rock. Like most comedians, he would have developed a thick skin pretty quickly. I'm sure these guys would have subjected to plenty of abuse and uncomfortable situations during their careers, as well as the occasional threat of violence. You sound pretty confident in your opinion for being too afraid to ask. Not afraid to share my opinion. Given that the joke referenced G.I. Jane, doesn't that infer he was commenting on her shaving her head? Not the fact she was losing some due to alopecia. It could almost be seen as a, you go girl, type of comment. Yay, that's what I got. G.I. Jane was a badass and still beautiful with her head shaved. It sounds like you know why people are angry but just disagree. This is more a soapboxing post than a genuine question, which is not what this sub is for, so you should really consider posting this in a different sub. That's most of the highly upvoted posts here. Sub is a circle jerk. This sounds like it belongs in our unpopular opinion. You're literally just ranting and this isn't a genuine question. But it's not even an unpopular opinion. My feed has been flooded with this stuff and I've seen very minimal praising of Will Smith but a whole lot of support for Chris Rock. And Will Smith slapping him? Now I hate Will Smith. Only now? He's an insane Scientologist. He's deserved scorn for a while.